it's tough to win 13, 12 games week in, week out in a row and not make mistakes. And you know, right now we got no blemish on our mark, but we just got to keep working and keep pressing, because the moment we start to get relaxed is when, you know, we'll put ourselves in a bad situation.
Following Hawaii's victory over Utah State last night, 6-0 Warrior football team remained at number 16 in the latest AP college football poll released this morning. LSU, the unanimous number 1. Previous number 2 USC dropped 8 spots to 10 after their upset loss to Stanford. And over in the coaches poll, UH dropped 1 spot to 16th. Warriors are now one of 10 undefeated teams in the top 25. How's it going, everybody? For the first time since 1981, UH has started this season 6-0. Did it with a victory over the Aggies last night, extending their conference win streak to a school record 10 games. Things got off to a shaky start, though, for the Warriors, trailing 3-0. Watch quarterback Colt Brennan on the touchdown-scoring handoff to running back Kealoha Polaris. He stepped on by offensive lineman Keone Steinhoff. From there on out, Colt said his previously injured right ankle bothered him. Brennan, though, fought through it and racked up some numbers in the process, going 19 of 25 for 219 yards and 1 touchdown. But late in the second quarter, Brennan went down hard following a rip by Aggies linebacker Paul Igboeli. Brennan left the game with a re-aggravation of that injured ankle, returned for just 1 series in the third quarter, and was then sat for good. Colt, though, says he no doubt will be ready for next week's ball game. Now, stepping in for the injured Brennan last night, junior wingman Tyler Grunke, who played delirious. Started out 8 for 8 for 235 yards passing, finished going 9 of 11 for 246 yards and 4 total touchdowns, including one of them to leading receiver Jason Rivers, who ripped off 7 catches for $130. But the talk of the town after the 52-37 victory over the Aggies, the play of good old number 6.
And Tyler came in and he played amazing. He didn't skip a beat. He played almost in the sense as he started the game with us, you know, so he played amazing.
There's nothing better, you know, it feels good for us as receivers to know that, you know, if our first guy goes out, you know, somebody can step in there and, you know, just pick up right where he left off. Tonight I felt like I was playing my game out there. Everything was like my balls were going exactly where I wanted them to, and things were just flowing. Things were working out exactly like I, you know, envisioned before the play. And I just rolled with it, man.
Now, other statistical standouts from last night, check this out. Junior linebacker Solomon Elamimian, Solly, with a game-high 20 tackles against the Aggies. He's now got a conference-leading 73 takedowns on the year. And over on special teams, sophomore return man Malcolm Lane took a kickoff to the house for the 2nd time this season, going 87 yards in the second quarter, logging a total of 124 return yards in the game. So up next for the Warriors on the road against San Jose State. Spartans are winner of 3 straight games on our 2-0 in conference. Kickoff set for Friday afternoon at 2:05 Hawaii time.
Last week, the Warrior football team took advantage of 7 top 15 teams losing, jumping up 3 spots in the coaches' poll. This weekend, with 3 more going down, would Hawaii's 6th victory of the year help propel them again? Apparently not. Hawaii actually dropped a notch to 16th in the country in the coaches' poll. Hawaii didn't move one way or another in the AP, and USC dropped from the number 1 spot to 7 after their loss to unranked Stanford yesterday. Hawaii wasted little time jumping on the board against Utah State last night in the first. Kealoha Polaris takes this one in from a yard out, and the Warriors would go up 7-3. Colt Brennan seemed okay early on, passing for over 200 yards and a touchdown, but the senior, who's had some ankle problems this year, went down before the half and would not return to play in the second half.
I wanted to come out and play in the second half. They put a brace on it. They taped it up real tight. And I was planning to go back in that first series. The brace was just aggravating my ankle. It made it really not feel all that much better. It was starting to swell up inside, so that real tightness wasn't feeling good.
But no Colt, no problem. Junior Tyler Grunke, who had been booed on previous occasions, stepped in the second half and completed 9 of his 11 pass attempts for 246 yards and 3 scores, including a rushing touchdown at the end of the second quarter. Jason Rivers also bounced back from injury. The senior receiver, who sat out last week's game against Idaho, hauled in 7 catches for 130 yards, including a 72-yarder in the third quarter. So the Warriors blow out Utah State 52-17 and improve to 6-0 on the year. No word yet on the status for Colt next week as they go on the road to take on San Jose State. And